So the people that know me know that I basically tell my whole life story. I realize that. But one thing that I don't really talk about all that much is that I actually did attend law school for a little while, and all my life, probably since I was, I don't know, maybe 4 years old, all I wanted to do was be a lawyer. So there's just one little piece of advice, just one little thing that I think you should consider, because I think it might help you make that decision, especially coming from someone who wanted to be a lawyer their entire life and then just dropped out of law school after one semester. So when I first dropped out, it was really tough for a while. First of all, it was a difficult decision to do. I did feel that ultimately it was the right decision to do, but at the same time, it's kind of difficult at that particular, moment. So one of the things that I was actually thankfully able to articulate on my own is kind of understanding why I sort of stopped wanting to be a lawyer. Because when I was an undergrad, I didn't necessarily start rejecting it, but I started to question, did I really want to be a lawyer? What type of lawyer did I want to be? I mean, I did have to at least go to law school for one semester because I really, like I said, it's all I wanted to do my entire life. And luckily, I was able to articulate on my own what it was that I didn't really quite like about a career in law. And if it helps you, great. And if it doesn't help you, and being a lawyer, wanting to be a lawyer is something that will always be inside you, great. So then don't, worry about it. I put a lot of thought into this. And for the most part, I think that a career in law is mainly reactive as opposed to proactive. So what I essentially mean, with very few exceptions, the profession of law, whatever field, whatever type of law you get into, is reactive in the sense that it is reacting to issues in society. It's reacting to problems. So something goes wrong and a lawyer is necessary. Something goes wrong, attorneys are needed to rectify that to the extent that they can. Instead, I wanted to not necessarily do something with my life that was reactive, that was answering problems, and answering problems is necessary. Let me be really clear about that. But it's not that I wanted to necessarily do that for my entire life. I wanted to do something more proactive. I wanted to create things. I wanted to introduce things. And interestingly enough, I think that a career in business, again, now what does that mean? It can mean a million things, but so can a career in law. But I felt that a career in business is actually a lot more proactive. You can utilize your business skills for a lot of different things. You can get into a particular business where you launch products. Products can mean a number of different things. You can hire employees if you start your own company, start your own organization. So there's a lot of things that you can do, I think, to add value. I started to kind of figure out why I was questioning it as an undergrad, but I wasn't really able to articulate it until after I went to law school for a semester and dropped out, and then was trying to think of what am I going to do next. And that was when I was able to articulate, wanting to have a career that was more proactive instead of reactive. And so I started working in the corporate world, and then about a semester later, or the next fall, whatever it was, I went and got my MBA in marketing and kind of, gone that way ever since. So for those of you who are still thinking about going to law school and you're determined to do it and determined to have a career as some type of lawyer, that's great. And for those of you who might be questioning it the way I was starting to question it, then maybe hopefully in some way this video also kind of helped you. So send me your comments and questions, and each week you'll get a chance to win a copy of my book. And I'll answer your comments and questions during the QA video for that week.